Hi, I'm Ronnie Pinkerton, Director of Solution Architecture at Planview. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to be demonstrating a solution built with Planview Hub, integrating Planview portfolios with Microsoft's Azure DevOps. Planview Hub addresses the goals of an organization by maximizing the productivity of teams by automating the flow of work across tools and between IT practitioners, eliminating duplicate data entry, human error, and administrative overhead. This empowers organizations to flow faster value and solutions to the customers, improving the speed, velocity, and quality of deliveries. In our demonstration, again, we'll be talking about integrating Planview portfolios, in this instance here, with Microsoft Azure DevOps, or ADO, as some people refer to it. So Planview Portfolios enables enterprises to accelerate strategic execution by integrating business and technology planning, optimizing resources, and delivering products, services, and customer experiences to achieve maximum business value and performance for the company. Portfolios enables your enterprise processes like strategic portfolio management, program, project, and portfolio management, lean portfolio management, and enterprise agile planning solutions. One of the keys to connected work and managing these processes is to integrate agile delivery tools like Azure DevOps and others to provide a holistic view of all delivery and work throughout your organization. Azure DevOps supports a collaborative culture and set of processes that bring together developers, project managers, and contributors to develop software. It allows organizations to create and improve products at a faster pace that they can with traditional software development methodologies and approaches. So connecting those two is, again, one of the more common use cases we see in organizations, again, trying to tie strategy to the actual work or delivery. So as part of Planview's value stream management solution, Planview Hub enables people and organizations to have the right information when they need it and the tools they use. So Hub is an intuitive no-code application enabling administrators to quickly and easily implement sophisticated integration scenarios at scale, thus restoring thousands of productivity hours per year for those organizations. In this demonstration, we'll see Planview Hub reliably and seamlessly perform bidirectional synchronization between Planview portfolios and Microsoft Azure DevOps, eliminating friction and delays and normalizing the data as it flows through a model. Hub will automate artifact creation in your tools while automating traceability by inserting back references and links to twinned artifacts. To finish the demonstration, we'll take a quick look and see how the intuitive admin or administrative user interface to Hub works to manage all the integrations. So, in this demonstration you're about to see, we're going to look at an integration for a company building a mobile banking application. When a user creates an epic in Planview portfolios, Planview Hub will flow that epic over to Azure DevOps under a mapped project in the form of a feature. Once the team in ADO gets the feature and breaks that feature down, Planview Hub will then take those stories that have been broken down from the feature and synchronize them back to the correct portfolio in Planview portfolios under that originating epic. As Planview Hub synchronizes these items back and forth between tools, you will see updates such as progress and priority flow between portfolios and ADO. So let's get started. So now we're looking at Planview portfolios, and we're looking at just a simple mobile banking application work portfolio. And we're going to start off by simply creating, we have some new work that we need to get done, and so we're going to create a new epic. And we're going to call that epic Update Contact Information. And need to get the spelling right. And we can give it a work description. So as a user, update my info. Something simple and quick. So then the only thing we need to do at this point is set our synchronization flag. And we're going to say, yes, I want to synchronize this particular epic with Azure DevOps. So in the background, Hub is analyzing or looking for updates in the system, and then is going to perform the requested synchronization. So now if I update my display here, I can see that this particular epic now has been synchronized over to SC Demo, a particular project. I can see that it's scheduled to do. It's got an agile priority of high. And again, I get its Azure DevOps ID. I can also then grab the link and move over to Azure DevOps, paste that in, and now actually see that particular feature as it lives in Azure DevOps. Again, some of the things we're looking for is field updates. We see the description that was brought over. We have a priority of 2. That may be a little high, so we can go ahead and update the priority. We may want to add some additional information to the description. And then also, I'm going to start breaking this work down as we described in the scenario by creating some new items. In this case, I'm going to create a child item of a user story, and we're going to call this, pasted the wrong thing there. We're going to call this update email field, and do an OK. And so now we have this update email field user story. We may set its state to state to new. We could add any additional information here. Maybe we set its priority to 4, and we're going to save and close. So now we have our first child. So now that we have created the child, we can go back over to portfolios, refresh our display. And now we can see that we've synchronized over our story update email field with, again, the status. We changed the priority down to 4, which we've mapped to low. So again, we're doing some data translation between the two. And again, we have our link to the artifact and information there. If we go back over and take a look at our story again, let's say we started working, so we've made it active. Save and close. And now again, updates are going to be going bidirectionally as well between the two systems. And if we go back into portfolios and update our view again, we can see now that our particular story here has gone into progress. So again, in near real time, showing the updated status of information of work going on in our execution engine by our teams in Azure DevOps and being reflected back into our portfolio. So let's take a quick look at how that integration worked. So I've got a quick view here of the field flow of that particular portfolio's epic to Azure DevOps feature. And again, this is where we can see that model-driven approach, where we have our portfolio definition and fields here. We have our model fields represented here in the center column, and then our Azure DevOps fields represented on the right side here. And we can see the directionality of the information, bidirectional flow, single direction flow. We even have flow control at this point, in that we can, we can have different options about how we want to update any particular field in the configuration. So let's continue on. So as you can see, the Planview Hub solution enables powerful integration capabilities, helping you remove friction, remove overhead, and improve visibility. In this example, where we were integrating Planview portfolios and Azure DevOps. Business and IT professionals across these tools collaborated with each other seamlessly. And again, one of the key things is nobody has to leave their tool of choice, right? You can work in the platform that you normally work in. Also, you notice we didn't do any cut and pasting. So we never have to bring up two systems side by side and cut and paste information from one system into the other. That synchronization occurred automatically and again electronically, eliminating errors. And lastly, we never had to manage integration or manage the exchange of information through our email system. So thank you for your attendance and watching this presentation.